Hello, Fuzzy Goat family. Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia on this Tuesday. I just realized I don't have my notes taped up. Hope you all had a great weekend. I think we are in our yellow weather here because it's definitely polleny outside. We had a rainy weekend, but and then today sunny and nice and pollen everywhere. So anyway, I was able to get recharged with some of my college friends this weekend, and it was super fun, and I got some knitting done, which I'm going to share with you today. But I did want to show, I finished my Soldanta. I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Yeah, so I made it a little longer than she did. I made my ribbing a little longer because I wanted to match the sleeves, which I made a little longer. It's a little chilly day, so I'm wearing a shirt underneath it. But I also, the neck was definitely, and I still might take some of it out. I took, I think, 3 extra rows out. I took 2 more last night, so a total of 3. And I may take some more out. I don't know. That doesn't bother me, but I feel like it could be looser. Anyway, there's not very many left, so there you go. But this is Soldanta, DK weight. It was super fun to do, and it's done. Yes, it's done. So, all right, let's sit back down here, and hello Harriet and Kathy and Sue. Madeline and I are running the shop this week for most of the week. Cadence is away at her masterminds meeting. So come on in and let us, if we can help you or visit with us. We'd love to see you if you're here local. And Sue's watching, and Mary, thank you guys. And it's Tuesday, right? I'm on time. I'm not even late today, so I'm on the right day, right time. Okay, so let's talk about my projects. I mentioned this, and I got hung up on a couple projects that I worked mostly on this weekend, and but last night I was able to touch a little bit of almost all my projects. So I've got Stromboli going. This one going flat is going very fast. It's easy for me to get a repeat done. So like I said, I'm going to make, somebody had texted us, I think, and I had just finished their Stromboli. So I'm using Copper Corgi, and Rosebilly is the color. So I have a few more rows to go here, or a few more repeats to go, and I am planning to do this part longer because I did not do this part longer, but it is quite surprising what a little blocking can do. I'm just gonna see if I can hold it up. It's hard because the back's not done, so so there we go. So that's kind of the side view. This is gonna be my arm right there. So yeah. And Teresa's watching, hello, and Jean, hello. All right, so this has been really fun. It's a very easy pattern to keep in your head without having to look at it all the time. It is a fingering. I think somebody that had texted us had made it in Fino, which I think would be really nice too, which has some silk in it. So yes, Stromboli by Caitlin Hunter. So I got that one. Okay, so I'm forgetting how much fun it is to do this color work. This is the Barberry, and I did maybe 2 rows last night. You guys are probably going, Melissa, yeah, I need to get going on some of these. And so I've been gone a lot on the weekends, which is taking up some of my knitting time. So this weekend I'm also gone, but I'm hoping my husband's going to do a lot of the driving, so I get some driving knitting, which is awesome. I think, let me show you, I'm more than halfway done with my chart on the Barberry. I would recommend this pattern. It's fun. You get to learn a new technique. She makes it pretty easy because she puts the ladder back jacquard on the chart, so there's not a lot of guesswork, like what is that stitch there. I really do love the technique and what it does for your knitting, because it's a stitch, so therefore you don't have that pull of the carried yarn. So yeah, and you can see it on the inside here too a little bit. So you can see the flowers reversed. That's so cool. And she just kind of has them, she puts them in there, that stitch, the ladder back jacquard, and she keeps it in there, and you can switch it. Let's see if you can tell. Yeah, this one right here, you can kind of tell where I was carrying one color, I switched to that color, and I even switched it back. So anyhow, so yeah, so this is the barberry. I'm doing the pullover. We have a class coming up in a few weeks in March, the end of 22nd or something like that. And Cadence, she steeked hers. So I think I was kind of curious because it looks kind of wide. And of course we're gonna pick up the neck. It's not super wide, but I have one more row of increases before I start decreasing. So yeah, this color work is really fun. This is a DK and I'm on a 3. That's what the pattern calls for. So it's a very sturdy fabric. Anyway, so that's barberry. Yeah, okay, put that over here. This one I did not work on, but I need to before I forget the technique. I think I talked about this last week. This is the center point pull over, pop over, pop over. Yeah, so I need to pick this up a little bit more and get further along so I can see what's happening. So something like this. And the technique I'm talking about is how she does her increases. It's just a backward loop, but based on where the tail goes, it's gonna lean one way or the other. So, yeah. Anyway, so maybe just make the vest on this one this time of the year. Yeah, or get a little further and maybe it needs to go in hibernation, and maybe I will do long sleeves, you know, like later. I do need to pull out, I have 2 that are maybe halfway done that were spring sweaters. So I might, next week you might see me pull those out again to try to get those done because we're almost there, Sandy Davis is watching, hello, and Sharon, thanks for watching you all. Okay, so this is the swirl, okay? I'm gonna show you a picture. This is gonna take me a while because the ribbing is on a 1 or a 1.5, which is fine. I hold on, where did I do with it? Here it is. Yeah, here it is. It is on, I would say, fingering. They label, here it is. So I'm bottom up. She does some interesting thing. I think here's the ribbing. It's up high on her. She has some stripes in the ribbing. Oh, now I see. Okay, so this is good to look at the picture. So yeah, it's longer than I thought. So anyway, so I have done the rib. I'm still doing the ribbing. So here's my stripes, and I think I have one more. So this is the repeat right here, up into the white line. I have to finish this repeat and repeat and do one more repeat. So my main color is going to be this green, and the stripes are going to be the cream. And she just has, it's a basic sweater. I mean, there's not a lot to it, but she has some nice detail up here, which is what I liked, you know, something simple. I think it's probably because she's got that stripe in the ribbing that makes it really interesting, and on the sleeve. So yeah, so I'm using, the designer it's by Asair. I forget who actually designed it. So I am using Asair yarns. Curious what system is your patterns on? You really want to know? Sue's asking about my system here. So basically, this is just a pattern holder. These are the patterns that I am working with, and actually, you know, and then inside are usually ones that I want to make, that, you know, like soon, you know, because then you also have ones that you want to make at some point. Not a real good system, actually, and the ones I finish I put in here until I have time to file them at home. Not a real great system, Sue, but thanks for asking. It is my Bible. It goes with me pretty much everywhere I take a pattern. So anyway, so this is the swirl. So again, yeah. Once I get past the ribbing, then I get to go up to 2.5s. So woohoo! It's going to be a while. Y'all going to see that one for a while. Let's see. Oh, this one is the gambit, the grid gambit. This is really fun. So I know I had started it, and I actually picked it up and worked on it again a little bit yesterday. The bell's going crazy. This is going to be really fun. I don't know if you can see right here. It's just a lot of slip stitches. I'm using Manos, let me show you, the stripey right here. And then I'm also using a solid. Hello, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
Doing good? To the solid. So it's going to be fun. It's grids kind of thing. So yeah. I was thinking it was going to get kind of complicated. It's not. There's a chart. Let me show you the chart too. And I was like, whoa, that's gonna, like, I need to be really focused when I do it. But once I got started, I realized it's not gonna be that bad. So let me show you. There's also written instructions if you choose to do that. I personally do like to do the charts. There's a couple charts, so it's not just that one. But you have slip stitches and the color coded, so you know which color you're working on. Increases, slipping with yarn in front and back, knit two together. Like, it's really not that complicated, but it's gonna look really cool. That's gonna be for my mom. So I got really excited working on that. I had to make myself stop. This is DK weight, so it should go pretty fast. Yeah, so anyway, I'm excited about that one. There's the bell again. My goodness. It's an aggressive bell today. All right, so that was the Grid Gambit. So you can, when you go to our website, you can search for the name. Hey, Harriet, you need to come down and see us. And Patty's watching. Let's see. So then I worked on that. And this one, it's a zipper. I'm always afraid I'm gonna get my yarn stuck in it. This is the potato vodka. So it's interesting to me. Madeline, check this out. Because, you know, Cadence she's also doing it, but she's doing, like, so it was really hard for me to see where my pattern was coming out correct. And she sent me a picture of hers, and I'm like, oh, well, yours is so contrasting that you could really see it. I'm happy with mine. It's just more subtle. And it's kind of a fun pattern. This is the right side, but mostly what you're doing is purling. Does that make sense? Like, you know, it's flat, so I do knit on the wrong side, but what you're seeing is purl stitches. Does that make sense? And then, of course, your slipping stitches. So I think that's going to be really cool. I really like it. I really like it. So potato vodka. Again, I'm also using Manos. This is the Marla, sorry. And this is the Sammy. So we have a lot of color combinations depending on how much contrast you have. Happy to send you pictures if you're interested. It's the same yarn that I'm using in the Grid Gambit. So yeah, this one for now, I do need to have the chart near me to make sure I'm doing correct. And of course, lots of markers. I just like that so I can know immediately if I mess up. There's a 4-stitch repeat. You don't have to do that. You can do it in increments of 4, but it just allows me to be less thinking while I'm knitting, and my mind can do other things. So I think that's a quick one. That's what I got for you today. Madeline and I have been unpacking boxes, but we're not ready to show you the stuff. So maybe Cadence can have a field day on Saturday when she's back. And happy to help you all. So call us, text us, or email us if we can help you put any colors together. Send you pictures, and yeah, I think that's it. Have a great week, and I look forward to catching up with you next week. Bye.